And we're live. Thank you very much. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for the intro. Thank you. Hey, Donnie B, my guy. Thank you for the intro. Great guy. Welcome to another episode of the Fill in the Blanc telecast. It's season 2, episode 7. My personal favorite and the most dramatic episode this season. We're gonna listen to a judge from Dancing with the Stars, Carrie and Inaba, and then Josh Duhamel's going to talk about his show Buddy Games and about how him and his friends used to do all this stuff when they were kids. And then when they were older, they did this thing once a year where they played golf, but somehow playing golf and doing things like spinning around in a circle and getting dizzy turned into like a whole show. By the way, you want to know how he becomes a host of this show? Like some like B-level actor that like probably gets roles because, again, he's got abs and stuff, right? One of these untalented. He's like the Mark Consuelos of the white world. I bet him and Mark have a lot to talk about. Well, he basically just took this idea from what him and his friends used to do, or still do to this day, and created a show. And as a creating a show, if someone wants to buy it, he has to get a production credit, and he's executive producer, and then he just names himself the host. So when someone is the host of a show because they gave themselves a job because they're funding it, yeah, it's kind of like Selena Gomez being on Only Murders in the Building when she's like a producer. And Justin Timberlake is on these streaming shows and television shows and movies. Well, he produces the movie. He casts himself. He can't audition and get roles. No one's calling Justin Timberlake or Selena Gomez to say, will you please be in our movie? You're really going to make us a lot of money with your fucking really shitty acting ability. Anyways, so Josh Duhamel's going to talk about his stupid, whatever, Big Brother at a campground crap. And then, hey, breaking news, you saw a tease from last episode, episode 6. The guy that escaped prison from Brazil in Pennsylvania, or the guy from Brazil that escaped prison in Pennsylvania, apparently has been caught. Here's the Colonel Christopher Collins or something, with the breaking news. So we'll watch this, and then we'll get into season 2, episode 7 from September 13th, 2022. Don't change that tile. Get your popcorn and throw it at a squirrel, because squirrels are hungry too, and we have to fatten them up. So when we eat them, we get protein in our body. All right? Thanks for watching. Smash that like button, Joey. Yeah. Come on. Oh, crap. I messed up again. I'm going to use the toilet. Shut up. Here, you watch all this. Look at this. Look at this. Frozen damn television. Frozen. Go ahead. Let's just stare at this weirdo. You know what? I'm going to get an axe. You know what? I'm going to dance. What are we doing here? You know what? Screw it. All right. You know what? Cut. Stare at the damn blinds. Stupid. Baby, I'm through with you. Hey, hey, I'm gonna remember picking up my gender, loving all around my whole scenario. I wanna scream and shout. You know what? Screw it. Crap.
71 today. Morning clouds and those clouds
Whoa,
fading, giving way to
71 today.
sunshine, winds
71.
northeast, and then we'll see those winds staying light throughout the rest of the evening. Getting down into the 60s tomorrow morning, a little on the cool side again, mid 40s farther inland, 50s closer toward the lake, 54
How about you
tonight
shut
at
the hell
O'Hare,
up? No one wants
49
to hear your
Gary, and
voice.
47 at Joliet.
We want to listen to
7-day
Kelly and Mark because it
forecast. Tomorrow
soothes
we'll
our
take it up
brains.
a notch, 77. Another picture perfect
We've
day
been
with sunny
brainwashed
skies.
to like
Those
these
clouds
people.
increase.
Jesus Christ. Thanks for tuning in. All you got to do is just fast forward 5 minutes. You don't have to sit here and watch, weirdo. You could have just fast forwarded and just gotten here in like 2
and then
seconds.
We'll see some lingering showers for
No,
early
what are
Sunday
you
morning.
doing?
Down to 70
We ran
degrees
into a
and then a
problem.
warming trend.
What's the fucking
Nice way
problem?
to start off the new
What's the
week.
problem?
Monday, no
What's the
rain,
problem?
sunshine. You're sunny again
The
on
hell's wrong with
Tuesday
you?
and then getting warmer back
Seriously,
and feeling
what the hell's
more like
wrong with
summer by Wednesday. Highs in the mid 80s. All right, it is 9:20. Let's go on out to the First Look Traffic Center. Chris, take it away.
What's wrong here?
Thank you very much, Laura.
Screw
It's
you,
been a
Chris.
relatively
Screw you,
quiet
Laura.
day.
It's
Well,
not-
yeah,
what are
we've
you
had a
doing?
few skirmishes out there, but it was a beautiful day to fly. Now that I'm back down on the ground at beautiful Chicago Executive Airport, let's go to work together. And if you're going into downtown
Give me a
Chicago,
break.
you'll see that the core expressways are all lit up a nice, bright, shiny
Jesus
red. Look at
Christ. I have no idea. What the hell? This shit is all messed up. Give me a break. Yeah, they caught the guy in Pennsylvania. Here's a damn story.
Together with Lieutenant Colonel Bivens. All Pennsylvanians, gentlemen, are indebted to you for your bravery, for your courage, and for your tremendous leadership. Peace, Colonel Christopher Paris. Thank you, Governor. I would like to make a few brief comments. I'd like to dedicate those comments to the victims of Cavalcante and their families. At the end of the day, all of the people behind me here work for justice and for the victims. A close second to the people of Chester County. We appreciate your support and we appreciate the dedication that you have shown us and the generosity that you have shown us. We are in your debt. This was a major operation. We know that it has affected your lives, and we're very much appreciative of that support. I'd like to thank the governor and his support of us, not only with his physical presence, but his work in Harrisburg on a daily basis. I'd like to thank the Border Patrol, Customs, the FBI, the Marshals, the ATF, our federal partners, the Chester County District Attorney, Deb Ryan, and her Chief County Detective, Dave Sassa. Our municipal partners, too numerous to mention here, in Chester, Montgomery, Delaware, and Bucks counties. We could not have done this without everyone. I would like to thank, from the bottom of our hearts, the members of the Pomar Lynn Fire Company. I know the media has been in and out of here. The hospitality that they have shown us, the logistics that you need to bring to bear in an operation like this, we would have been hard-pressed to do that without them being good hosts to us. Lastly, but certainly not least in any way, shape, or form, to the women and men of the Pennsylvania State Police, thank you. Thank you for your hard work and your diligence. This is my third manhunt with Lieutenant Colonel George Bivens. It's not lost on me that it was 9 years to the day yesterday for the Blooming Grove ambush. And in all of those operational cycles, there is no person who enjoys more of my trust and confidence. He was tasked with standing this operation up. My confidence in him is marrow deep. He is the consummate professional. And I would now like to turn it over to Lieutenant Colonel Bivens to give you the operational rundown of the capture of Cavalcante. Lieutenant Colonel Bivens.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you, Colonel. It is a true pleasure to stand here this morning and talk to all of you about bringing this manhunt to a successful conclusion and without getting anyone else hurt, most importantly. None of this would be possible without the support of this team represented by members of various agencies standing with us up here, by others standing throughout this fire hall, and by still more who are out there in the field. So let me give you a few details about how this unfolded. As you know, we have been working most recently in a perimeter established in northern Chester County. Last night, shortly after midnight, a series of events started to unfold. First, we had a burglar alarm at a residence near Prizer Road within the perimeter. Our people investigated that, did not find Cavalcante there or anyone else, but it started to bring some of our people into that area. We had been searching an area not far from there already with some tactical teams that night. There was an aircraft overhead utilizing FLIR technology, and close to 1 a.m. picked up a heat signal that they began to track. It was west of PA 100 and north of Prizer Road. Tactical teams began to converge on that location where the heat source was moving. Unfortunately, we had a weather system that also came in, and we had lightning that was flashing all around, and it caused the aircraft to have to depart the area. Tactical teams made a decision to secure that area, that smaller area, as best they could, and hold it through the storm and until we could bring additional resources in and bring aircraft back overhead to ensure that we did not have an issue with an escape. That resumed early this morning, and shortly after 8 a.m., tactical teams converged on the area where the heat source was. They were able to move in very quietly. They had the element of surprise. Cavalcante did not realize he was surrounded until that had occurred. That did not stop him from trying to escape. He began to crawl through thick underbrush, taking his rifle with him as he went. One of the Customs and Border Control teams, BORTAC, had a dog with them. They released the dog. Some of our PSP CERT members were also there, had him surrounded. The dog subdued him, and team members from both of those teams immediately moved in. He continued to resist, but was forcibly taken into custody, No one was injured as a result of that. Excuse me. He did sustain a minor bite wound. We had medical personnel at the scene, and they took a look at that. Cavalcante was, as I said, taken into custody. He was transported to our Avondale station for further processing and interview, and he will ultimately be transferred to a state correctional institute where he will be housed and begin to serve his life sentence. In just a few minutes, I'll open this up to some questions, but before I do that, I want to turn this over to one of our very close partners, District Attorney Deb Ryan. I know she would like to say a few words, and again, then we'll be happy to take your questions following that. Deb.
Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Bivens. Today is a great day here in Chester County. Our nightmare is finally over, and the good guys won.
We're going to talk slow and take
We
up all
owe
the time.
a debt of gratitude to
up,
all of the first
30 seconds of questions,
responders
and then we got to
for
go.
their tireless and dedicated efforts in bringing this fugitive to
outweighs all
justice.
the 50 fuck-ups.
They worked around the clock, and we are deeply grateful to all of them. Our community can finally regain its normalcy and breathe a collective sigh of relief. This would not have happened without the collaboration and efforts on behalf of a multitude of agencies. I need to thank the governor, Colonel Paris, Lieutenant Colonel Bivens for his unflappable and dedicated leadership, the U.S. Marshals, the Chester County Detectives, the FBI, U.S. Customs and Border Patrol, the Department of Emergency Services, the Sheriff's Department, and every single person who went out into the field in the most horrendous conditions. We had weather problems, we had terrain problems, and a ton of obstacles that prevented our capture from occurring as expediently as we wanted. We have the best people in the business, and we never lost faith that this capture would occur. We knew that it was just a matter of time. The scope of this manhunt was extremely impressive. The brave men and women who went out there every single day are our heroes. And I am proud to be a part of this collective team of people who worked around the clock to bring this man to justice during this monumental challenge. They utilized every piece of advanced technology, dogs, drones, helicopters, every asset available was put out for this capture. I can't express our gratitude deep enough to all of them and to the community for their support. We received dozens and dozens of donations, well wishes, and kind support from everyone in the community, and we thank this firehouse for housing us. We know we disrupted their lives for a while. One of the first calls we made upon learning about this capture was to the Brandow family, who, as you can imagine, have been living in a complete nightmare. They are so grateful to the men and women who helped with this capture. They can now finally sleep again. I can't thank law enforcement enough for their efforts. Thank you.
Okay, with that, we will be happy to take your questions. Yes.
With the helicopter overboard, we saw the arrest taking place. There was some criticism about the photo op that was taken with the fugitive. Can you explain how that's actually a standard procedure, or what's the reasoning behind the photo op with the fugitive?
I'm aware that there was a photo op that was taken out there. Those men and women worked amazingly hard through some very trying circumstances. They're proud of their work. I'm not bothered at all by the fact that they took a photograph with him in custody. Again, they're proud of their work. They kept the community safe. I say thanks to them and good job.
Sir, did he say anything in the moment that he was captured, and when you released the name of the canine officer who bit him during his capture?
We will probably not be releasing the name. And in terms of anything that he said, we need to use an interpreter, and he has been taken back to the station. And at that point, we will attempt to interview him at the Avondale station.
Did you say anything upon capture?
I'm not aware of it. If he did, I don't have that information.
Your officers were authorized to use lethal force if he didn't actively surrender. Was the goal to always take him in alive?
That's always our first choice and preference. Again, that option is only to prevent the escape of a very dangerous individual. Had they not been able to contain him, that would have remained an option.
Who specifically made the arrest? Which organization?
It was a combination. It was a combined group of the Border Patrol and PSP.
One response captured. When he went into the van, he was stripped and had his tattoos photographed. Is that normal procedure?
Yes.
When the thermal imaging happened on 1 o'clock, was he in the same location when you found him?
Wait, I'm sorry. You'd asked first, man.
Was he asleep when you found him?
He was proned out. I've not been told that he was asleep. I'm told that he was proned out trying to hide and then began to crawl away.
Was it the same location when you got the thermal imaging on 1? You found him at 8?
It was in that close proximity to that, yes.
What was it? Whether anyone was helping him?
No one was assisting him at that point.
Sir, what was the agency that was flying the helicopter that first spotted the key?
That was the DEA, and that was a fixed-wing aircraft.
Were you worried as law enforcement that you had to down the plane and there could be another chance for escape? I mean, that's obviously the plane had to land, but what kind of risk did you have to calculate with that?
Well, as I've told you throughout this investigation, there are always things we have to contend with. Everything isn't scripted and doesn't go perfectly. And so it's just another challenge. Worried, I don't think is the word that I would use. We simply had to adapt. And so we secured that inner perimeter while always keeping our outer perimeter secure, so that if he did manage to get out of that inner, we would box him in yet again.
How tough an adversary was he? He led some very high-profile, difficult manhunts. How tough an adversary was he compared to somebody else?
I don't know that he was particularly skilled. He was desperate, and I've said that all along. You have an individual whose choice is go back to prison and spend the rest of your life in a place you don't want to be, or continue to try and evade capture. He chose the evade capture. He was in good shape, obviously able to climb, as you saw, to get out of prison. But ultimately, as I said all along, we had an amazing team assembled here, capabilities that are just very formidable. And I was confident all along that he would eventually be captured. And ultimately, this team, and I credit all of them for bringing together their collective experience, the resources, and being able to apply that and capture him. It's never easy to find someone who doesn't want to be found in a very large area.
Previously, you said you were reserving comment on if anybody was helping him throughout the search. I know you said no one helped him this morning. Can you say now that he's in custody whether he received help these last 13 days?
There were people who were intent and intended to assist him. We had been successful, to the best of my knowledge, we had been successful in preventing that assistance from reaching him.
Is that your sister?
Yes.
There had been some frustration, some criticism from the public as this was stretching on. Now that it's over, do you consider this anything other than a success?
No, it was absolutely a success. And I got to tell you, I think by and large, the public stayed amazingly supportive. I had some third grade students stop by yesterday and drop off letters and notes of support for all of these responders. We put them out for them to see at briefing time and things. That's the kind of support we saw from this community. There will always be criticism. There will always be people who think they can do this job better, and they're entitled to that opinion. What I would tell you is, again, I put my faith in this group of experts, this group of seasoned law enforcement professionals, the dedicated men and women, not only of the Pennsylvania State Police, but of all of the other partner agencies who went out there every day. I'll put my money on them any day of the week. And I believe the community supported them and continues to.
So, do you need an enema?
We'll be discussing with the district attorney what, if any, charges will be filed. But for right now, again, there is a commitment, and he is going to begin serving his life sentence at a state correctional institution. She is in the deportation proceedings. That will proceed as had been initiated. I'm sorry?
You know where Cavalcante got the Eagles hoodie from?
I do not.
Other than the rifle, what did he have with him? Did he have anything else?
Just the clothing and things that he was wearing.
Did he attempt to shoot? Did he attempt to try to disengage?
He did not have an opportunity to, no, sir.
Officers were on the ground as confirmed.
I don't have an exact number, but looking at the teams we were sending in there, in the immediate vicinity was probably 20 to 25.
And can you tell us more about what those 20 to 25 look like? Like, did they have specific armor?
So there you
Yes,
have it, a successful conclusion to this manhunt without any
Camouflage,
injuries. In the words of the DA, this is a great day in Chester County. Our nightmare is finally over, and the good guys won with the capture of 34-year-old convicted killer Danilo Cavalcante. I want to bring in Trevor Alt, who's been with us from the beginning. Trevor, I think we can all say with confidence that there is just tremendous relief throughout this community there in Chester County.
Absolutely, Lindsay, and we've been hearing that from the residents here, how disruptive this search has been, especially with how centered it has been. Only about 25, 30 miles from Chester County Prison. There were a lot of people that were expressing their frustration and their fear as they are seeing not only the fact that an escaped murderer was potentially surrounding their home, but also law enforcement moving in and out of the community constantly. And we're talking about upwards of 500 law enforcement officers, and this search finally coming to a conclusion after nearly 2 weeks. And I think there are a few things that are very telling. Number one, how difficult this terrain is. This is a heavily wooded area. There are a lot of state parks, a lot of crowded fields, cornfields, and things like that. It is very easy to hide, even if Cavalcante is spotted. And we know there were more than a dozen confirmed sightings. He still was able to hide over and over again. But it also speaks to the fact that law enforcement was steadfast, even as he would slip away, and occasionally he broke through their perimeter. That happened on at least 2 occasions. They believed that they were able to keep him contained. And now, after 13 days on the run, he was still arrested in the same county, Chester County, about 25 or 30 miles away from the prison. I asked them inside, you may have heard, do you consider this anything other than a success? And they said this is absolutely just a success, taking in this dangerous criminal, especially given that he was able to obtain a weapon, that .22 caliber rifle. Law enforcement is very satisfied, and certainly, as you have pointed out, this community can finally breathe easy after what's been a wild 2 weeks, Lindsay.
And Trevor, we heard about those terrain difficulties, but also in this press conference, they talked about the weather conditions last night. Explain those different incidents that they were saying last night led up to this, starting out with that burglar alarm that was triggered. And then they had that heat sensor, but then the difficulties that they had keeping an eye on that through the night.
It's actually very interesting, Lindsay, because what this means is that a crucial factor in this search, not just overnight, but over the entirety of it, was the weather. I mean, we reported last week as the search was ongoing, they had the helicopter up in the air and they had those thermal imaging cameras, but it was so hot, they weren't able to detect the difference in the heat signature from Cavalcante himself to the area surrounding it. So that rendered that thermal imaging at least a little bit useless for the time being. Since then, the temperatures have cooled off a little bit. And then after sunset, they said, last night they had the burglary alarm. They went into that area. They got aerial views from it. They looked down, detected that heat signature. You mentioned the weather incident. So last night there were some storms. And once lightning came in, they had to take that aerial equipment down for the evening at least. They were hopeful that they had that area contained. We heard from the lieutenant colonel, they moved in a lot of their resources to contain that area, a very small portion of it. Once again this morning, once the storms moved out, which is about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock or so, as we were getting up this morning, we know that they sent the aerial imaging back up. It appears that he was in largely the same area, potentially even sleeping, but according to the lieutenant colonel, lying down in a very heavily wooded area, very clearly trying to hide. And then they slowly were able to move in to the point that he was completely surprised, they say, and they were able to bring him in with minimal injuries, Lindsay.
They say other than a dog bite, the only injury. Trevor, our thanks to you throughout this whole manhunt, and we're going to now return you to your regularly programming
That's what they say, because cops would never lie.
For some of you,
I mean, if we can't prove them different, why not tell us a story and paint a narrative that paints them in the best light possible? No one can dispute it. We surprised him. We were right on top of him, 2 inches away. He didn't even see us. That's how Navy SEAL we are. Stealth warriors. From ABC Pennsylvania State Police. Yeah, right. Blow it up your baby canal. And now we're missing everything. Now we're going to go into the show now. I apologize for this, all my loyal viewers and followers, my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe now. And let's get this to other people by smashing that like button. So we missed the stump mark.
All right, Deja, spin that wheel to see what... Oh, my gosh. Deja. I don't know if I can spin it, Kelly. There's some people that are surrounding me right now.
Oh, Deja, you're such a good actress. Now I can tell why you do radio.
Once in a while, I just caught a glimpse of Mark who went into the fifth dimension. It's not the cold medicine, that's Blue Man. You're fine, you're okay. Okay, Janet, you're playing for a trip for two to the Westgate, Las Vegas.
Ooh,
Come on,
wow,
you
you
sound
read
like
off
a
of a
lady that
piece
would
of
like a
paper
trip
very
to
good.
Las Vegas. 7 days and 6 nights. It includes $300 dining credit per day, 2 spa treatments. It's a prize valued at $5,500. You have 20 seconds and only one guest. Janet, good luck.
All right, Janet, here we go. On yesterday's show, we talked with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yes.
What term did Neil say he coined?
Oh, ejaculation vocal cords.
Yes!
Congratulations. You and a guest will enjoy 7 days and 6 nights at Westgate, Las Vegas.
Self-induced ejaculation. One word, one dash.
Located next to the world-famous Las Vegas Strip, guests will enjoy luxury suite accommodations, world-class dining options, including the #1 rated Ed Steakhouse, rejuvenating spa treatment, tickets to experience iconic performers like Gary Manilow, and more. Your prize is valued at approximately $5,500.
Oh, thank you.
Janet, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Mark could not take Las Vegas away from you.
Oh, I know. My niece lives there, so I can visit her.
Oh, amazing. Very good.
Thank you.
All right, now you get to make the day of a lucky member of our studio audience who will receive a Roomba vacuum from iRobot. So please pick a number between 1 and... Ooh. Yes, housework. Go, housework.
Yes. How about
Please pick a number between 1
101.
and 130.
101.
129.
Oh, no. I hate it when they do that. Take that hairpiece off. That's Prince Harry, or as we call him, Harry. Yes, another old white man dancing.
Hey, it's me.
So for everyone watching, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this show finish out. Then I'm going to go back on my phone and play the intro, the opening monologue or whatever you want to call it, and the Stump the Mark, which will be online. And I'll just record it on this same stream that you're watching now on my computer off of the cell phone. It's going to look absolutely terrible and you're going to hate it. So smash that dislike button and go to my link and it'll take you to a Discord account. And you could use the hashtag that I trademarked called hashtag I don't care zone. But hey, they got the criminal from the Pennsylvania prison. So thank God we know the Pennsylvania State Police are the best in the world. And every single official in the country is just like them. Yay! Go Dr. Oz. What is this Blue Man Group? Never heard of them. Blue Man Group. Never heard of her.
Welcome back. Marcus, off the rails today. On tomorrow's show, Tamron Hall will be here.
Also, Live Loves New York Week continues from a visit from our New York Rangers star, Henrik Lundqvist.
Oh. Lori Showeiss is going to be.
Very excited.
Yes, exactly. Here comes a super talented leading man. You know him from his roles in film and television. Now he's hosting the new action-packed reality competition series, Buddy Games. Please welcome back to the show, Josh Duhamel.
They're running naked in a channel.
Welcome
Welcome back. Am I going to regret doing that walkout here?
Yes.
That's pretty terrible.
Look at you,
Josh. Look at you. Are you feeling so good because your Buccaneers beat my Vikings?
I am. I am. Really? Was not expected.
You know, I forgot about that until I realized I'm going on Mark and Kelly.
Yeah, that's correct.
And Mark's a Bucks fan.
That's right. And now you're going
Now I have
suffer.
to deal with it.
But before we deal with your horrible loss, let's talk about your victories. You dropped some pretty big news the other day.
I did.
You want to share it with the rest
You're going to have a
the
baby.
audience?
Yeah, well,
and then
my
your wife's
wife and
going to
I are
divorce you and take
expecting a
child support
baby.
off of you for the next 13 years. Because once the kid gets into kindergarten, it's a divorce. You're paying her child support. She gets half custody. You pay her 100% child support, and you have to take care of the kid 50% of the
He's
time.
very excited.
That's
cool. I don't think he quite understands.
Gold digging
that it's
101.
actually real. He will once he sees this little
Victim.
thing right in front of him.
Yes.
And I think I'm probably the same.
He's 10 years old, right?
He's 10.
So that's a great age. Like, he's going to be prime Big Brother material.
Yes, I think it's going to be good for him because, he's been an only child up to this point.
He has to learn how to
and
share.
now
Well,
he's going to have some responsibility.
he's not gonna argue
excited.
about
He's going to be a great older brother.
He's not going to
too.
fight
He's a-
over
he's a
things
really
because they're going to be into different toys and
sweet-natured
stuff.
kid
So
who loves babies.
he's
So I
not going to
think
have
this
to
is
share
kinda
anything because the
perfect.
things he's going to want to share,
You got any
the
names picked
kid
out?
I do,
is
but I
not going
can't
to
tell
want
you.
to.
Right.
Has Axel picked out any names?
Yeah, he likes Gary. He wants to name the baby Gary.
Well, I guess we know it's not Gary since you're not telling
I
us.
like Gary. I think it's
I think if we have a dog, we'll name it Gary. But no, it's although
And you're celebrating your first wedding anniversary? Over
we
the
just
weekend?
did on the 10th.
Oh,
Okay.
The wife's going to want to name the kid something stupid like Bridgerton, and they're going to call it Bridge.
The Duhamel house.
Yeah.
How are you two doing?
Oh my gosh, we'll ask the questions here, Josh.
You guys look better than you did back. I don't know when I first met you
25 years ago.
25 years
kissing our
ago.
ass.
Well, look,
Yeah.
it's a lot of doctors.
Well, you're
Wait a
doing
minute.
something
You
right.
and your wife are both from North Dakota?
Yes,
There's only like 10 people up there.
there is. There's 10. No, there's 11, including the cattle.
The cattle, all the cattle
So how
equal
did
one
you
person.
meet?
That's stupid.
So we met.
That's not funny. Is that the stupid ass jokes we're going to see on your stupid
She'd
show?
done a bunch of
Mr. Professional
really
Host and
awesome ads
Comedian.
and stuff, and I always root for people who do really well.
She's
for
a
North
gold
Dakota,
digger.
too.
You wanted a
Not
trophy
many
wife.
of us
That's
are
what the
really
fucking
root for
truth
them.
is.
Yeah.
And so I talked to her a little bit through Instagram, just hey, go buy some.
You slipped into her
You mean you
tight-
slid in her DMs and said, "I'm Josh Duhamel, famous rich celebrity." Right. Right. Any other regular guy is getting blocked and probably police at the door for being cringy.
Older than she is,
You have
so
a lot
I
of
didn't even-
money.
It wasn't even really on my mind. I was just mostly rooting her on.
You're
That's
so
what I
full
was
of
telling
shit.
myself.
You are such a
And,
fucking liar
I
right
went to
now.
barbecue
You fucking
one
wanted to
weekend,
fuck
and
this
she
girl
came,
you
I was
saw on
like,
TV
wow,
because she was hot and you knew she was
you
young enough to
fucking
be your
really
daughter.
love kids,
Look at this
like,
fucking
'cause there's a bunch of
bullshit
kids at the barbecue.
story. You're fucking
wow,
telling
she's
us. You're a
checking.
fucking
Yeah,
terrible
check.
liar. You fucking
we started
cunt,
dating
fucking
and,
whore.
and then here we are 5 years later with a baby.
Yeah. She wanted your money. You wanted her around your arm. You'll be divorced in less than 6 years.
Josh,
You're full of shit.
She's
She's a
listening to you tell
stupid ass
you were like,
bitch, and
you
you're
were
a fucking
maybe
predator.
potentially, when you brought her to the barbecue, maybe thinking, looking for a wife. You were saying, oh, she likes kids, I like kids.
Maybe.
Maybe you were wifing
I
her
think
up.
sometimes when you're looking for it, you don't find it, but when it happens when you're least expecting it, and that's kind of the case for us. That's she just sort of smacked me upside the head when she walked in the room. I'm like, whoa,
yeah.
I can't. No. Well, maybe I can. Yeah, maybe I can. So it was a real slow sort of burn. We started dating, went on a few dates, and then it slowly turned into a beautiful thing.
Awesome. Hey, listen, we need to take a break. All right. When we come back, Josh is going to tell us how he turned his real-life tradition into a new reality competition series. Stick around. With Josh Duhamel.
Still ahead on Live. Dancing with the Stars, Carrie and Inaba.
Here's a Yuletide wish come true. Walt Disney World holidays and Santa too.
Yeah, smash that like button if you know Josh Duhamel's a fucking lying sack of shit. How insulting, too. And he just fucking says that shit. It's like he knows he's full of shit. He knows people are going to know he's full of shit, and he doesn't give a shit. That girl is going to take your fucking money so fast. All this buddy game money is going to be in her pocket by fucking 2032. Because you're only going to make enough money from one, maybe 2 seasons. maybe 3. And great. Hey, I hope you're successful because that's the fucking higher child support you're going to be paying her. She's going to be making fucking 3 times what fucking Christine Baumgartner makes, and you're fucking making like 1/10 of fucking Kevin Costner's net value. Dude, give her all the money. Good for her. Take that motherfucker. Get one kid, fucking make him do 50% of the work and give you 100% of the money. He's going to be fucking paying. That girl's going to go take 6 figures a month. Easy. 100 grand a month. I hope Buddy Game. I wasn't going to watch the show because it looks like it sucks. Now I'm going to watch it just so it guarantees more money in her fucking stupid ass 36 IQ fucking pocket. Fucking, she takes an ACT. I bet if she took an ACT, she'd get like a 9 right now. But she's smart enough to fucking take advantage of your stupid ass. Oh, my dick wanted to fuck her, so I'm going to marry her, put a ring. Get the fuck out of here. Dude, you're fucking worse than Tommy Mottola thinking Mariah Carey actually... You're worse than Tommy Mottola actually thinking Mariah Carey loved him for his personality and sense of humor. Get the fuck out of here. Go fucking shave, Grandpa. Fucking weirdo. Good luck. I just wanted to go in the DMs and support her. Then why didn't you support her on her post publicly? Creepo. He doesn't even know what fucking DM. What a fucking pervert.
We're sprinting down the beach in cowboy boots. It's not going well. We don't do that in Oklahoma very often, so.
From the new series Buddy Games, you're the host, you're the creator, you're the executive producer. You must be drunk with power right now.
Oh, man.
Explain to us how the show works.
Well, first of all, I can't even believe I'm sitting here right now promoting this stupid thing that my buddies and I have done forever.
So this is like something you and your friends.
We've been doing this since the early 90s, maybe even the 80s, some version of it. And then in 2005 or 6, Bob, we call him the Bob Father, Schwartz, is the guy who really sort of, we call him Buddy Glue. He's the guy that sort of kept us all together and organized this thing. And every third weekend of August, every single year, we get together and do the Buddy Games. And it's become a real tradition, you know. And we have this idea to you know, because we know the people in all over the world do some version of it. So
We had this idea. We had this, so it's all of your idea. If I'm his friends, he just documented himself saying it's our idea. We had this idea, which means it's my idea, which means you deserve part of the intellectual property. Guess what? You're a producer. You came up with this idea. You could fucking sue him and say, hey, Josh said on TV it was all of our idea, which it was. So I should get 1%. Are you giving your friends fucking 1%, 2% credit rights? Are you giving them production rights? You giving them any revenue? Huh? What about your friend Bobasaurus or whatever? Let's tell us what's your friend's stupid name?
Is the guy who really sort of we call him.
No, let's say. Well, here we go. I got to get this right. Let's all fake laugh together like douchebags.
Father Schwartz.
I just missed it. Hold on. No, this is great. This is the best. They're so funny. All these people. I'm surprised why they're not playing at the Comedy Store.
80s, some version of it, and then in 2005 or 6, Bob, we call him the Bob Father, Schwartz.
Bob Father, the Bob. It's like the Godfather. It's like the Godfather. That's hilarious. Oh my God, I see what you did there. You're so charming and funny.
Who really sort of,
if I was old enough to be your daughter, I'd fuck you too because of your money.
Together and organize
You're
this
so
thing.
stupid and unfunny. I'd take your money too. You
August,
fucking
every
idiot.
single year we get together and do the Buddy Games, and it's become a real tradition, you know. And we have this idea to you know, because we know the people in all over the world do some. So we've all got groups of friends. Yep. I'll probably play some kind of a game together in the backyard. And this
we
is
just
kind
swing
of
and
what
fuck
that
each
is.
other's
It's your buddies
spouses.
competing against other buddies.
What are some of the games, like mental, physical?
Well, that's the beauty of it is it's not just, you know, a super ninja competition.
You mean American Ninja Warrior?
It's
Survivor?
for friends.
It's not Survivor, American Ninja Warrior?
People who still have that competitive fire.
Right, who can toast the most marshmallows in like 60 seconds?
Like this anyway. And so some of them are mental. And the better you know each other, the better you'll probably do.
Ooh.
So one of my prerequisites was to make sure that these guys really, really knew each other.
Oh, did you interview
the
them?
The better they knew each other, the more ride or die they were, the more history they had, the better they were going to do in the competition. And it turned out to be true.
Whoa, thanks for spoiling it. Now I won't watch it. Oh, of course. Kelly and Mark are going to watch this. Sure they are. I bet they don't. They're all liars, too.
CBS, coming next, Carrie and Inaba.
How about this? Fuck you. Some people don't like you. Leave them alone. I'm not gonna have you die. That's right. We are tape on TV. We smile. We laugh at jokes that aren't funny.
Seamless wool mean a watertight fit. Premium acrylic means it lasts a lifetime. And all this together means a great value. Bathfitter, it just fits. Visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
For 18 years, she's been walking her way into our homes as a judge on Dancing with the Stars. Please welcome a good friend of the show, basically my sister wife, Carrie and Inaba. Gorgeous. Oh,
She
thank you.
smells good.
She always smells good.
Oh,
Come
thank
on.
you.
What do you mean?
Coconut. It is coconut. It reminds me of Clearwater Beach.
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
in Florida.
Florida, yeah.
Oh, I'm
The
just
sun
conjuring
can-
up.
sun-
Are you
Yeah.
dreaming about your ex-girlfriends right
All of
now?
them. All of them.
Yes. I've got to ask you, how are you feeling? You've had like back-to-back, so when we don't see each other in person, we stay in touch through social media, the way humans do.
Yes.
And you've had like back-to-back-to-back.
I had a rough year. I started with fracturing my rib. I was building furniture and I thought I was all tough and up.
Yep.
Rib fracture. And then I had COVID. And then just when I started to feel better, I had an appendicitis. And then I pulled my clavicle out. But I am back and ready to go. Let's go. I know. And now I've torn my hamstring. I'm just kidding.
You also found time in all of that injury to renovate your backyard, which I got to tell you, you make a strong case for living in LA. When I see what you've done to your backyard, it is so gorgeous.
Thank you. Yeah, you know what? I was home and I can't sit still, right? And we went through a drought. So my backyard was in dire straits. I think we have there's my backyard before, kind of a mess. And then, look at that. It was kind of a mess, not so fancy. And
I mean, to me, I was like, that looks amazing.
No, the wall was breaking, the grass was, and then I renovated. It's drought friendly. It's astroturfy.
That's astroturf?
Yes, astroturfy.
Doesn't it change your whole outlook every time you step outside? Doesn't it make you feel so warm and welcoming?
Yeah, I think because I'm from Hawaii and I've always spent a lot of time outdoors. So now I have this backyard that I can go out into and I'm so grateful and I spend a lot of time at home. So
And you have an orange tree?
I do indeed. And
does it bear fruit?
Yes, it bears fruit. And did you see the orange tree? Because there's those lights. I hung them myself and wired them. I think I'm a little contractor now. Thank you.
Your dog Lola had some fun with your flowers.
Yes, the orange tree bears fruit. If the orange tree didn't bear fruit, it would be called a tree.
One area that I tried to make nice is like that blue.
Oh, here's my dog taking a shit.
She's so cute. I'm like, Lola, no, I want you to go into the other part. And she's like, no,
That's
Mommy.
great. Great
I'm like,
daytime
"Here,
television.
I
A
want
video
you
of
to
Carrie's
dig.
dog
Here
taking
I
a
go.
shit.
I'm gonna dig. She buried something there, and I'm like, Lola, don't do it. What is she?
She buried her poop.
The treats.
Oh, the treats.
Oh yeah, if you come to my house, there's a treat every 5 feet.
Oh, that's amazing.
On the floor, you know how it is, dog owners. Come on.
30th anniversary of Madonna's The Girly Shore tour. The Girly Show.
The Girly Show tour, yeah, 30 years.
Woo! Are you're doing a girly show tour yourself?
No, we're gonna do like a reunion of everybody like on Zoom.
Amazing.
So that the fans can come in and meet us and talk to us and ask questions. And it's kind of cool. I've never done anything like that before.
When are you doing it?
We're doing it on the 25th, and it's like one of those online. You can check. I think on my Instagram.
Okay,
I have some information about it.
I will.
Will you be there?
100%.
Hey, listen, we need to take a break. When we come back, check it out and talk about the return to the ballroom for Dancing with Stars in season 32.
She goes, I think it's on my Instagram. I don't know. Because you hire like a 25-year-old social media manager to do all that stuff. don't even know what the fuck you're promoting and where your shit's at. At least your social media manager should keep you updated with what's going on and teach you fucking kindergarten level shit about what's going on with your social media account.
Shows his skills when Live Loves New York Week continues. When it comes to your hair, ingredients matter. That's why Herbal Essences.
One free, plus no interest until 2025. And we'll get it done Philco fast. Buy one window, get one free, and soon. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Philco.
See, I've been asking you to give me more and more. And tonight you were like, bam! Yeah! Here it is!
Yeah. And me and Val had sex, yeah.
When Carrie Ann punched herself in the face. Now you return for, you're a judge, of course, on season 32.
32.
Dancing with the Stars.
Yes. 32. I can't believe it's 32 years, right? It's amazing.
Makes no sense to us. What can we expect this season?
Well, the best news is that we are back on ABC. Yes, the only show. I'm so happy. I know that the ladies that I see at the store in the shoe department, the older ones, they're going to be very thrilled.
excited.
Very excited.
Right.
But what's great is we're also simulcast live. We're the first show ever to do this, to be simulcast on Disney Plus as well as ABC.
Cool.
And then the next day we're on Hulu.
Great.
And what's great, it's like it's multi-generational.
So there's no excuses for missing.
I'll see you all there, right?
All right, who's going to be on this year? Who are some of the contestants?
It's a great lineup. We have something for everyone. It's like we've got a supermodel, right? We've got the Charity Lawson, the Bachelorette.
Oh, she's so
She's adorable.
She was just on, right?
Yes.
Recently?
just on. And
With
for
her
the
fiance.
and for the first time ever, I'm like, they could make it. Like
Oh, they're
these
gonna
two,
make
like
it.
they're a real couple.
Yeah.
I
love
never
that.
say that. You know me. I
know.
never say that.
Right. But all I care about is if she can dance, right? I mean, and then we have Ariana Madix. And we've got
From Vanderpump Rules.
and we've got Jamie Lynn Spears.
Oh,
and
wow.
Yeah, we've got an amazing group. It's like we've got singers, we've got athletes, we've got, I think, something for everybody, which is so great about our show. And people can watch it multi-generational. We've got grandmothers watching, great grandmothers, and the babies.
We love the show.
Always.
We love you.
Dancing with
The babies don't watch it. The babies are in front of the TV playing with toys. And while the show's on, because your parents and grandparents force them to.
Tomorrow on Live, NHL star Henrik Lundqvist.
These hands used to hold me as a little girl, would comfort me.
At our show, and people can watch it multi-generational. We've got grandmothers
And every
watching,
season
great
you have an
grandmothers,
athlete,
and
you
the
have a
babies.
singer, you have an old person.
Dancing with the Stars returns to ABC for season 32 on September 26th. Also streamed live on Disney Plus. Next day available on Hulu. Up next, performance by Blue Man Girls.
You had to go through all that. It's on ABC and simulcasting on Disney Plus. Premieres the next day on Hulu.
September 26th. Also streamed live on Disney Plus. Next day available on Hulu. Up next, performance by Blue Man Girls.
Tomorrow on Live.
You listen.
Haunting in Venice, rated PG-13.
Listen to this. 36 years ago, they started performing on the streets of New York, which led to an off-Broadway show that is still running today. In fact, they actually made their our national TV debut right here on Live. Gelman takes full credit for that. And they've returned to entertain us many times since. Please welcome back New York's own Blue Man Group.
Okay.
Fine.
Get him on the head. Where's the pink and yellow bean? See, you can see the paint's going to come out of these little white holes. Who's the person that said, you know what, I see what you're doing here, you seem to be successful. What if I made some posters and tried to play you in front of 5,000 people? I think we get some tickets.
That was amazing.
If people are tipping $1, $2, we might get rich people on the east side, Upper East Side. Gotta pay $50 a head.
Show at the Astor Place Theater tomorrow night, and we'll be right back.
We'll return in a moment. Once in a lifetime is never enough.
Never enough. When I wear diamonds, I feel powerful. I feel on top of the world. Diamonds, diamonds.
Shout out to Pamela Anderson without the makeup. Doesn't wear leather, doesn't need animal products, doesn't wear makeup. And you know what? I'd still bang her. I mean, I wouldn't live in Canada with her unless I was banging her, and it'd just be temporary. I wouldn't marry her or anything. But not bad for 62 years old. Go Pamela Anderson Lee, whatever your name is. Pam. Hashtag Pansy. Anyone watch that Netflix bio on her? 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. Did it again.
The next contestant on The Price is Right.
We're not watching The Price is Right. And we're not watching Captain Christopher Collins both smoke up our butts about how perfect and wonderful Illinois or this Pennsylvania state. Look at them. They're all looking hardcore in the back. Yeah, well, we're hardcore men. We got kicked out of the army because we weren't cool enough, but this is what we do now.
Don't delay.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on my cell phone and bring up the intro that we missed.
Wednesday, September
But I'm not going to stop
13th,
this feed,
and the
so you don't have to go to another video.
starts live right now.
Authorities have confirmed the capture of Danilo Cavalcante, the escaped killer in Pennsylvania who had been on the run for nearly 2 weeks.
All of the hot topics on your mind are on the table.
I am directing our House committee to open a formal impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden. This is a baby step following weeks of pressure from House conservatives to do more.
This is purely politically motivated by McCarthy and Donald Trump.
Plus, Sherry Shepherd and Graham Norton.
Jenny McCarthy or Melissa McCarthy? All right. So that's going to be...
Hey, that's a good take.
All right. So that's going to be end of that. So going to get my cell phone now. Tell Facebook we're leaving. September 13th, episode 7, season 2. Done. And we're going to film the intro on this phone for the YouTube channel. So make sure to go to YouTube, the Kelly Consuelos page, for the Fill in the Blanc freaking live stream. All right. I love your ass. Smells like roses and fertilizer. Right? Shit. That I eat with my ass. And I swallow it. Then I shit it out of my mouth. And then I snort it out my nose. And then I move it back out into my garden. And that's how I make the best butternut squash soup that I feed you and your children. All right, so let's get down here. Oh, man. Hey, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for the likes, everyone. So here's what we're going to do now. Check this shit out. Oh, boy. Check out this view. This is great for a movie frame. Or for a sketch. No, for a movie, a Mel Brooks movie. Delete. Apple Watch. I don't need an Apple Watch. Why are you telling me to get an Apple Watch? So let's go here. Now where are we going? September 6th. September, nope, episode guide. We're going to September 13th. There we go. September 13th. There we go. Boom. Boom. And there we go. So here's the intro. So this is going to be a unique episode on the Fill in the Blancs telecast because we are going to do the second third and the third first, and then the first third of the episode will be last. So let's set it up for all of you weirdos that like watching stupid crap like this. Let's all waste our time together. Here's Deja.
Anything yet. Let me get the date out. It's Wednesday. Please be seated. It's Wednesday, September 13th, 2023. 2023.
Otherwise known as 2023.
You know, I I love that song, but I dragged my hair through my lip gloss.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, and then you get like spider webs of lip gloss across your face.
Okay.
Yeah,
You can
so
feel it.
pretty much the day is ruined.
You know whose whose day is ruined? The Jets. The Jets. It's confirmed. It's confirmed. Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles. He's out for the season. Zach Wilson will get another chance as QB.
No.
Here's the thing, Jets. Jets have a great defense.
Who's Zach Wilson?
Amazing defense. They've got a great running back. This kid, Zach, I'm thinking they're going to go all the way. Get behind the Jets. Get behind the Jets.
Sounds like you're alone in that assessment.
I know, it does. It does. But they're gonna do it. And you know, I didn't bring this up over the weekend. After the weekend, my Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the Minnesota Vikings. You know who likes the Minnesota Vikings?
Josh Duhamel.
Josh Duhamel.
Yeah.
He loves them. He bleeds purple. And he was bleeding after this weekend. We have a new quarterback as well.
You do?
His name is Baker Mayfield. He's been around.
That name sounds familiar.
He's like this really kind of, what would you say, spunky guy. He's about my size, maybe a little bigger, maybe a little taller. I don't want to insult him. He's not as short as I am. But they were down and they needed to make this yardage. It was like third and long, and he ran.
You don't even know the situation. Do some research and they're going to try to pretend to be like you know what you're talking about.
And he got the first down.
Yeah.
I love watching you impersonate running while you're sitting there. Adorable.
That's so funny.
So I'm really excited.
Pretending to run while you're sitting. You're so good at improvising, Kelly.
The greatest quarterback that's ever lived. But it's going to be a good season. It's going to be a good season for the Jets and the Buccaneers. They both won.
I can't tell whose team any of these guys are on in our audience. There's a lot of guys here, and they're like, they don't like the Jets. They don't. Patriots. What?
Go Lions. Seahawks.
Okay, this is not a town hall. Now you're just saying work.
You know, I have a tattoo of, if you ever been to Mexico, you see something that's made in Mexico. It's Hecho in Mexico. It's the Mexican eagle on my arm here.
I get it. Even though you were made in Spain, even though you're born in Spain and you were raised in Italian in Italy.
You see something that's made in Mexico. It's Hecho in Mexico. It's the Mexican eagle on my arm here.
Hecho in Mexico.
Somebody on the beach a couple of years ago said, "Hey, you're a Seahawks fan?"
You talk so white. Hecho in Mexico? No, Hecho in Mexico.
And I went, "What do you?" Oh my gosh!
You sound so white.
I'm a Seahawks fan.
This is Hecho in
Essentially
Mexico.
the same thing.
Hecho in Mexico. Hecho in Mexico.
You know what else has me all riled up? Let me tell you what else has me all riled up.
Did you take cold medicine?
I did.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Apple.
Oh, God.
Which I love. I have an Apple phone. I'm not even sure what I have. I don't care. I always get a new one when it's time.
Right, because that's what you do when you have fucking all this money.
But they're changing the cords on us.
That's right. That way you have to buy a new phone.
Changing the cords. This is what I've been using for the past 1,000 years. This is called a what? Lightning. This is a lightning cord. Connection. Listen, it works well. It gets in there.
Yeah, like
it's
your
really,
penis.
really easy. Okay? But now, they're switching to this. What is this? USB-C. USB-C. That goes into your iPad and my.
I can tell why your wife wanted to marry you, Gelman.
We have it, but
I can just tell.
They're gonna get rid of all the lightning rods. Lightning rod cords.
You can kind of tell like why Gelman's wife would marry a man with such a small penis and lack of muscles. It's because when you know this kind of information about extension cords, electrical cords, inputs and outputs, that, my friends, is what you call a keeper. Good on you, Gelman's wife. I could tell. You're like, dude, he acts like a girl and he's got a small penis. Yeah, but he knows a lot about phone cords and charging devices. Just you see. Just you see. That's from Hamilton.
Because what? Europe is demanding that they have a universal cord?
The law, they wanted.
I like that law. I like that law. They should have made it 15 years ago. So we're going to this. So what are we going to do with all of these?
Somebody
take them all.
The micro USB?
No. You're
Recycle them.
cord.
Recycle them and make a jacket.
To your Apple store, and they'll recycle it. But when you take it to them, do this.
You know what? I feel like I'm rubbing off on you.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sure that was the case 60 minutes ago and 60 hours ago.
The only thing more infuriating is this thing.
Wait till later tonight while you're making bolognese. He'll be rubbing off onto you. That's a masturbation joke.
You know what? I feel like I'm rubbing off on you.
Yeah, I bet you're rubbing off on him every day.
That was aggressively passive-aggressive.
While you're eating hard-boiled eggs. While he's eating your hard-boiled eggs.
The only thing more infuriating is this thing. This is called
That's a micro USB.
the one with the little half moon, really skinny half moon. We're at 3 a.m. in the morning when you're trying to plug your charger and you can't find it. You're like, do I have to flip it? Do I have to do this? This can go away forever. Is this going away forever?
Everything's become a USB-C.
Everything.
Yeah.
All right. I'm back.
You're really all torn up. I mean, I enjoyed that diatribe.
Yeah.
Usually we have to be home and alone for that to occur. That was incredible. You should go out more often.
Gilman has a bag.
A bag of cords?
A bag of cords.
His crazy bag of cords?
His crazy bag of cords.
It's like between Gelman and Art, we could survive. We could survive an apocalypse, okay? Art has what I like to refer to as his pocket full of miracles, which is every pill ever known to man. Some of which, I'm not even sure how he gets them because they stopped manufacturing them in the 70s. But Art has them. And then Gelman has every cord to charge everything on Earth.
Now, do those medications that he's taking from the 70s, are they still from the 70s? Do they actually work? Haven't they expired?
No, they're new.
They're new?
They're current.
Yeah, no. He has
But
like special.
It's more difficult to find them.
Oh yeah.
But I have
You have to go to Mexico.
He's got a great supplier.
Yeah. In 1973, Art went to Mexico and got a good deal on 350,000 pallets of vitamin C that he's still using to this day. It came out to 2 cents a pill. And now he hawks them on the side to his senior citizen friends for $1 each. And the profit margin is through the roof. Through the roof. I'm going to open up a deli. Pastrami sandwiches on the Upper East Side. Mustard, sauerkraut, forget about it. 4 types of mustard, 6 shapes of pickles. You'll love it. It's going to be called Art's Pill Deli. And we're going to have a pill that looks like a pickle, but it's a pill. It's going to be confusing. It's going to be a green pill, but it's going to have wrinkles like a pickle. People think it's my penis. It's Art's Deli. Go to the website. And then my OnlyFans actually show my crinkly pickle in Mark's mouth while he's eating Kelly's hard-boiled eggs.
All right.
Speaking of medication.
more difficult to find them.
Oh yeah.
But I have
You have to go to Mexico.
He's got a great supplier. The guy comes here.
Yeah. Straight from Tijuana.
But they work.
All right.
Speaking of medication, so you know the Sudafed?
Yes.
And you know there's like the Sudafed that you have to give your driver's license for, and you have to go ask behind the counter, and they take your driver's license.
It's controlled.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess they make crystal meth out of it.
Yeah, haven't you ever seen Breaking Bad?
Yes, but okay, call me crazy. I thought that was just a fun TV show.
Breaking Bad?
You know what I mean? I did not realize they were basing it in actually how people make crystal meth. But now that we all know that, we can all agree. I would have been great at making crystal meth. I'm a baker. I'm a cook. I know how to bake things.
You do.
Yes,
you
I do.
follow instructions. You're very precise.
I'm very precise.
You never go off, on your own little thing. And
no, I don't. It never occurs to me to go, I wonder what would happen if I added turmeric to this. That doesn't occur to me.
Right.
If you tell me the recipe, I follow it to the letter. Rule follower.
Yeah.
That's who I am.
Okay.
Okay. But then they had this other like versions of Sudafed, like Allegra, Dayquil, all of these medications that, whenever I'm feeling a little rundown, I'm coming down with a cold, I pop willy-nilly. I always think they work for me, but I believe it's because I don't take medication usually ever. So if I take any medication, it has like an immediate effect on my system.
Right.
Gelman, who is a pill popper,
Really big Eddie.
said, they never seem to work on him. He doesn't.
The new ones, the new versions.
The new versions
that
don't
you
seem
can't make
right.
illegal drugs.
The crystal meth out of it. Right.
The not versions that they put in front of the counter. Right.
Right. The in front of the counter drugs, which is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Well, apparently they don't work. The FDA has just, the experts at the FDA say that these popular nasal decongestants don't actually relieve congestion. So you are correct, Gelman, and I was just having some placebo effect.
Yeah. Well, but if you take one of those ones that has a mixture of other drugs, maybe you're feeling the other drugs.
You said you're taking Allegra? Isn't that the one with the
Allegra's
people in the two bathtubs next to each other?
That's Viagra. That's Viagra.
The guy throwing the football through the...
Don't actually for me, but I correct to this. I'm a
All right.
Speaking of medications, so you know the Sudafed,
Yes.
and there's like the Sudafed that you have to give your driver's license for, and you have to go ask behind the counter, and they take your driver's license.
It's controlled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they make crystal meth out of it.
Yeah, haven't you ever seen Breaking Bad?
Yes, but okay, call me crazy. I thought that was just a fun TV show.
Breaking Bad?
The documentary.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did not realize they were basing it in actually how people make crystal meth. But now that we all know that, we can all agree. I would have been great at making crystal meth. I'm a baker. I'm a cook. I know how to bake things.
You do.
Yes,
you
I do.
follow instructions. You're very precise.
I'm very precise.
You never go off, on your own little thing. And
no, I don't. It never occurs to me to go, I wonder what would happen if I added turmeric to this. That doesn't occur to me.
Right.
If you tell me the recipe, I follow it to the letter. Rule follower.
Yeah.
That's who I am.
Okay.
Okay? But then they had this other, versions of Sudafed, like Allegra, Dayquil, all of these medications that, whenever I'm feeling a little rundown, I'm coming down with a cold, I pop willy-nilly. I always think they work for me, but I believe it's because I don't take medication usually ever. So if I take any medication, it has like an immediate effect on my system.
Right.
Gelman, who is a pill popper,
Really big Eddie.
said, they never seem to work on him. He doesn't.
The new ones, the new versions.
The new versions
that you can't make
right.
illegal drugs.
The crystal meth out of it. Right.
The not versions that they put in front of the counter.
Right.
Right. The in front of the counter drugs, which is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Well, apparently they don't work. The FDA has just. The experts at the FDA say that these popular nasal decongestants don't actually relieve congestion. So you are correct, Gelman, and I was just having some placebo effect.
Yeah. Well, if you take one of those ones that has a mixture of other drugs, maybe you're feeling the other
You said
drugs.
you're taking Allegra? Isn't that the one with the
Allegra's
people in the two bathtubs next to each other?
That's Viagra. That's Viagra.
The guy throwing the football through the thing?
That's Cialis.
That's Cialis.
Which is when they do yoga. They're doing Tai Chi.
Oh, Tai Chi, yes. That is, what's the arthritis medication?
That's art.
Celebrex. So Celebrex, that is I always try to figure out what the side effects are from the ads.
Yoga.
And Celebrex has Tai Chi as a side effect. Spontaneous Tai Chi. If you take Celebrex, you will suddenly break out into Tai Chi with other groups of people. Just that's like a warning. It's on the warning label right there. It says spontaneous bouts of Tai Chi.
All right, we're tracking Hurricane Lee here.
Okay. Yeah.
We're tracking it.
Yeah.
It's a Category 3 storm, down from a Category 5.
Okay.
The spaghetti, what?
Spaghetti models?
The spaghetti models.
Yes.
Say that it's going towards maybe the Maritimes or Maine.
Oh, that's the cone. The spaghetti
That's the cone. We're gonna look at the cone. Oh,
Yeah.
spaghetti models. I like a spaghetti model.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to say one thing. Mark and I went out last night, and he seems punchy from it. That's all I'm gonna say.
We should talk about that. We should talk about that. It was fun. We had a really nice adult night last night with a bunch of adults.
We were out with adults, and we were out with glamorous people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna name drop Martha Stewart.
Martha
There, I said
Stewart.
Martha.
You do a good Martha Stewart.
I do.
Do it.
I don't want to do it. What if she's watching?
Say hello, Mark. Good to see you.
Hello, Mark. Good to see you.
That's exactly how it was. We were there with the Kohlers.
Yes.
We met the president, the husband and wife team
From
the
Kohler
Kohlers and
Paint?
the whole team.
Yeah, and our friend Douglas Freeman, who's an incredible photographer, shot the ad campaign for this new.
It's amazing.
I've never been so excited about a toilet.
How much are you getting paid to say this right now?
It is a toilet.
This is what you call
it is
indirect
so
promotion.
Glamorous. And it's one of these toilets
Architecturally beautiful.
It's architecturally stimulating, yes, but it welcomes you in. You know what I mean?
What does that mean?
It does all the work for you.
It warms your feet.
It wipes your vajayjay?
Nice warm air. You can listen to the news.
It washes you, it dries you, it does all of these things that, frankly, I just don't have time for anymore.
When they unveil it, we should have it on the show.
Oh yeah, we should unveil that toilet here, Gelman. And as a matter of fact, we should get that toilet here. It looks sumptuous. Of course, we'll never see any of the people that work here ever again. Everybody will just be using the toilet. But it's such a crazy thing to get so excited over this toilet.
Yeah.
But you got to see it. When you see it, you'll be like, you know what?
It's nice. It was at the Amman Hotel.
Yeah.
Have you been to the Amman?
I have not.
No.
Private club. Very
beautiful.
Not yet.
He felt very fancy.
Very fancy. It was nice.
You're a rich Jewish man in New York. You can't get into that club?
And so that's why Mark is so weird today. Because Dad can't go out on a school night, as it turns out.
All right. We have a really exciting show today.
Oh,
Our
really?
good friend, Josh Duhamel, is here.
He's a really good friend, huh? You're going to rub it in his face, have a Buccaneers beat in his shoulders?
Not only is he tall,
He's
he's
looking
still
rugged.
growing.
He looks very rugged and like Marlboro Man.
Yes.
He's like, if that was still a thing, he'd be that guy.
Yeah.
Very handsome.
Yeah, very
Also, we have
Carrie and Inaba is
dear friend.
That's my beloved. Also, Live Loves New York Week continues with a performance by Blue Man Group. You know, Blue Man Group is in the house when we have splat mats everywhere.
Yeah. They make a mess.
Yes, I'm very excited. Gelman, we're about to own this dress.
Oh, yeah.
Who's weird? We?
Are you
or
all
you and
ready? You
Mark?
know what time it is. It's time to play.
Stomp the dickhead.
All right, let's say hello to Janet McManus from Portsmouth, Virginia, who catches the show on WVEC. Hey there, Janet.
Good morning.
Good
Good morning.
All right, you know how this works. You've given us two statements. One's true, one's a lie. I have 60 seconds to decide which is the truth. If you stump me, you will win the Kellyanne mug.
The elusive T-shirt.
And just for today only, you're going to win this. I'm going to give you my lightning rod cords.
Can't wait.
All right, here are your two statements.
I have a question
Yes,
really
talk to me.
quickly. Can I go back for a second?
Sure.
No, you may try, Gilman, but you won't succeed.
Let's take it from the
If
top.
I keep my relic of a phone that I have
It'll
that
work.
still utilizes, I may still keep my
Yes,
cord.
they're not changing the adapter on your phone, correct? You're good.
I'm fine.
You're fine. Yes.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you. I just wanted clarity.
All right, here are your two statements. I saw John Lennon and Yoko Ono at a restaurant in New York City.
That's a lie.
Or I was a stowaway on a yacht on the Hudson River. All right, what year did you see John Lennon and Yoko Ono?
1979.
Like 1972.
Whoa.
50 years ago. I'm 72 now. I was about 22 then.
Okay, and what restaurant was this?
Max's Kansas City.
Okay.
Okay. So you're telling me there was a place in New York called Max's Kansas City. And okay, that's one thing. And then let's point out that in 1972, that was 51 years ago, she said she was about 22, but she says she's 72 when she should be 73, unless she's turning 73 in the next couple months. So we'll give that to her.
You're gonna verify that?
I'm gonna verify that. Okay, and stowaway on the yacht, how'd that happen?
My first impression,
My
guess.
boyfriend was working at the 79th Street boat basin for a couple weeks on a yacht, and he
John
flew
Lennon's
me
a
in
lie.
and hit me on the boat. And when the owner,
I think that this is a very detailed stowaway story. That's the truth.
my boyfriend was working at the 79th Street boat basin for a couple
Quick
weeks
story.
on a yacht, and he flew me in and hit me on the boat. And when the owner came on the boat to take a ride with his girlfriend, he told the owner that I was there, and the owner got mad because he thought he'd picked me up off the streets in New York. But then my boyfriend told him, no, I was a ballet dancer, and his girlfriend was interested in that, and they brought me out, and I toured the Hudson with them all evening.
How big was the yacht?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. It was big. It's been 50 years ago, too. It was in 1972 again. It was big. But not like huge.
Uh-oh. Right, that picture could have been taken a few years ago. She was 68, 69.
I like her life. Any way this story goes down. Any way it goes down, I like it.
All right, I'm going to say that the true answer is that you were a stowaway on the Hudson River.
I agree.
I give up, yes.
See, she was going on and on, trying to add on and add on, but that doesn't mean lie. That means truth now. He's gotten onto it. He's caught on.
The mug, or the T-shirt, or the lightning rod, Cable, but you still have a chance to win a great trip.
Yes, that's right. It's time to play Pack Your Bags Travel Trivia.
I think that's 25 in a correct answers in a row and 27 out of my last 29. Here's the old white guy dancing around.
That's right, Greg Kiefer, show it off. Got it, want it. It's Greg Kiefer from North Olmsted, Ohio. Well done. All right, Deja, spin that wheel to see what. Oh my God, Deja and Co. I don't know if I can spin it, Kelly. There's some people surrounding me right now.
Spin it like a bottle.
They're still happy.
Oh, Deja, we already saw this part. We already saw your bad acting. I apologize to all my viewers that you have to watch Deja's terrible acting twice in one stream. And I farted.
Once in a while, I just caught a glimpse of Mark, who went into the fifth dimension. It's not the cold medicine. That's Blue Man Group up there. You're fine. You're okay. Okay, Janet, you're playing for a trip for two to the Westgate, Las Vegas. Oh, come on. You sound like a lady that would like a trip to Las Vegas. 7 days and 6 nights. It includes $300 dining credit per day, 2 spa treatments. It's a prize valued at $5,500. You have 20 seconds and only one guest. Janet, good luck.
All right, Janet, here we go.
Thank you.
On yesterday's show, we talked with Neil deGrasse Tyson. What term did Neil say
Manhattan
he
Age.
coined?
Manhattan Head.
Yes!
Correct.
Manhattan Homes, that's what I said.
You and a guest will enjoy 7 days and 6 nights at Westgate, Las Vegas. Experience all the excitement that Las Vegas has to offer. Located next to the world-famous Las Vegas Strip, guests will enjoy luxury suite accommodations, world-class dining options, including the #1 rated Egg Steakhouse, rejuvenating spa treatment, tickets to experience iconic performers like Barry Manilow, and more. Your prize is valued at approximately $5,500.
Everybody gets a pumpkin dumping loving mama time.
Janet, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Mark could not take Las Vegas away from you.
Oh, I know. My niece lives there, so I can visit her.
Oh, amazing.
That's a lie.
Very good.
Thank you.
All right, now you get to make the day of a lucky member of our studio audience who will receive a Roomba vacuum from iRobot. So please pick a number.
129.
Yes, housework. Go housework. Please pick a number between 1 and 130.
129.
129? There he is. He's going to use that. You can tell.
What are you saying, that he's a slob because he's white and middle-aged? That's racist, Kelly.
Still ahead on Live. A performance from these guys, the Blue Man Group. From Dancing with the Stars, Carrie and Inaba. And coming up next, Josh Duhamel.
And that's how you salvage a shortened episode due to the capturing of a criminal who escaped prison. The middle is first, the ending is second, the beginning is third. Tell all your friends, smash that like button, smash that dislike button, and hey, can you tell me what kind of rock this is? Put it in the comments section, and you could win a prize. Until next time, check out all the previous episodes and our next episodes, including Season 2, Episode 8 on the Fill in the Blank podcast. Remember, the sun only rises for the dirt in your bushes. So don't clean your bush because Mark likes some dirty. Ask Kelly. Oh, it's like old ham and 3-month-old pickles that have been sitting in the sun. Hey, remember when Kelly said that she's rubbing off on Mark and Mark's eating the hard-boiled eggs? Remember that as the passcode to get 30% off your next White Castle order. Just click on the link right here. See you next time. Enjoy your sliders. And don't say I didn't tell you. Hey, when you buy $10 worth of sliders, you get $1 off coupon for any Cottonelle toilet paper 9-pack. Just be careful. You might use it all in one day. All right. Happy ass wiping. Good luck. Happy Labor Day. Happy Mexican Independence Day. Rest in peace. And let's go back to school and learn curriculum that has nothing to do with our present situation and how to help our children grow. God bless you. Can I fart? Yes, I can. I know that I can fart in a hand or a can.